This is from a polarity integrator's point of view. I was reminded of this morning when I was doing he's an ascended master at Plum Village about doing breath work, living in the present moment, experiencing what love is that goes on forever. The simplicity of that, right? And then I was immediately reminded, so I'm just going to mention a few words and leave it at that. And when we refer to non-polarized consciousness, when you're a polarity integrator, right? Because I had to deal with this when I was a little kid. And what we get into what's called programming language. I did a video on that about programming language that I allowed myself to run in RAM, reactive memory, to run their distorted math codes, which represent, for example, the English language. Because I can describe something using the English language, but it can have many different meanings to many different people depending on what? Their RAM. Their translations, their interpretations. Now we're back in the DNA. Now we're back in the distorted mutations, right? Of not being able to unmute their mic as a result of what? Shadow body anatomy on the network that still has to be cleared. Because one of the things that I was very aware of as a child is what we call approval seeking, particularly with children, with parents that are dominant, as a result of the lack of having cleared their shadow body anatomy, which is why when I was a child, I was measuring time-space vectors as to how long it would take when you measure it against what's known as a quantum probability function of Bardo, which is implosion. How many are we going to lose that can't recover themselves? Would you cover everything that they lost as a result of what? All the historical information that came out through the Voyager materials, right? And so therefore, when I was a child, I realized they're all order followers because they're afraid to truly freely express their creative mind because they want your approval. So that's why when I was about 12 years of age, I would say, listen, I do not need your approval to express who I truly am. Otherwise, I'm not truly expressing who I really am. I'm expressing who I am that's based on what you approve, right? And that's the program. And that's because they haven't healed, because their spirit is not free to experience living in a present moment, because they're held captive to a time loop, which is the energy harvesting system itself, which is the AI battlefield environment. It's holding soul's energy captive in order to run their distorted and flawed mathematical frequency and codes. Hence why we're here. Right? So when I was a little kid, it's not like I need your approval to truly express what it is I've learned through experience. Because there's your learning journey and there's my learning journey. Because the universe goes on forever. When you're experiencing in a present moment that goes on forever, eternal, absolute, pure love, which is on fire, which is the eternal spirit of fire, because that's what purifies our light, which allows our accretion levels to go up. And as we heal, we're healing others at a higher rate of speed because we're running a cellular network, the living cellular organisms. Yeah. So I love this man. He's Plum Village. It's a great place to do guided meditations with him. I forget his full name, but Thich, T-H-I-C-H. Just go with that word if you choose to go do that. Right? Free choice. Living with the results in the use of communicating our energy. Yeah. Anyway, have a beautiful day. The sun is up here on the Big Island. Yeah. Living in the moment, experiencing what love is. Bye now.